Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mudhoni Masharia, and I'm going to do the readings from the Bible. Psalms. Hear this, all ye people. Give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world. My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. Job. The Spirit of God hath made me, and the breath of the Almighty hath given me life. And the light shall shine upon thy humble ways. When men are cast down, then shalt thou say, there is lifting up, and he shall save the humble person. He shall deliver the island of the innocent, and it is delivered by the pureness of thine hearts. Ephesians. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after God is created is righteousness and true holiness. Ecclesiastes. He hath made everything beautiful in his time.
My name being Joseph, I will read from Science and Health with the Key to the Scripture by Mary Baker Eddy. Entirely separate from the belief and dream of material living is the life divine, revealing spiritual understanding and the consciousness of man's dominion over the whole earth. Strangely enough, we ask for material theories in support of spiritual and eternal truth, when the two are so antagonistic that the material thought must become spiritualized before the spiritual fact is attained. So-called material existence affords no evidence of spiritual existence and immortality. Man, the spiritual image and likeness of God, the full representation of mind. The world believes in many persons, but if God is personal, there is but one person, because there is but one God. His personality can only be reflected, not transmitted. The only proper symbol of God as person is mind's infinite ideal. God made man in his own image to reflect the divine spirit.
Thank you, Muthoni and Joseph. We appreciate both of you so much, and all of the people who give service to the residents and their prayers. Good afternoon, and a very warm welcome to all of you who are attending here in Sunnyvale, as well as to those of you online. Feels funny, I can't see you online, but I know you're there, just like God. We're just delighted to all be together today in celebration of 12Acres Annual Meeting 2024. Before I go any further, I'd like very much to introduce the board members of 12Acres. We have some of them here in the room, and when I call your name, would you please stand? First, Mike Muslin, our vice president. Kristen Messer, our secretary. Ken Fowler, who is the chair of our finance committee. And Bill Cottle, who is also on the finance committee. And online we have David Schmidt, our treasurer, and Catherine DeCoster, who is also a parent of a daughter with special needs. It's such a special day for 12Acres. We really have a lot to celebrate. Twelveacres, as many of you know, was formed in 1932 in San Francisco to provide homes for children who didn't have them. And the founder was Frank Gale, who was a Christian Science teacher taught by Mrs. Eddy. And then later, like in around 1970, Twelveacres evolved into a boarding school for children with special needs. And then later, the mid-1990s, it evolved into a different model of assisted living for adults with special needs. And we're still evolving, and you'll hear more about that today. I want to tell you why it's so special, why we have so much to celebrate. Because Twelveacres, after all these years, has been welcomed into the Christian Science care community. And proof of that was when we were asked to host the ALCSN conference this last spring. And there was a panel discussion on special needs during that time. And on the panel were not only, Twelveacres led it, our Lauren Peters led it, but on the panel were Christian Science care facility representatives, as well as our partner, Cherish Ability, which used to be known, some of you might know them more as Rainbow Valley Network. And so it was a really special time. Because of some of the aforementioned needs and unfoldment, the board and our CEO revisited our vision and mission statements to ensure they fully represent the Twelveacres of today and of the near future. And I'd like to share those with you now. Our vision statement: to advocate globally for and lead the provision of care and support for individuals with special needs who rely on Christian Science for healing and progress. Our mission statement: to provide assisted living for individuals with special needs and family respite care consistent with the teachings of Christian Science. To collaborate with other Christian Science facilities to support and develop new opportunities to deliver care. To train and educate caregivers, organizations, and families regarding special needs care, with particular attention to individual client engagement. To advocate for individuals with special needs and their families, supporting expanded integration within the Christian Science community and the community at large. Truly, a knowledge of the science of being develops the latent abilities and possibilities of man. And that's from Science and Health 128. I'm so happy to share with you that when I recently visited one of our homes, I witnessed great progress among the residents since my previous visit. Another board member and I had such a fun time interacting with a resident who was accessing a speaking device to participate in the joyful conversation. They now connect readily and enthusiastically and confidently with others in various ways. It was clear we all were enjoying the experience of being together. And now for a brief update from our dedicated and devoted CEO, Lauren Peters.
Thank you so much, Nancy. It has been wonderful to witness how you've diligently carved out and carried the torch, really to shine a light on how the initial idea of 12Acres emerged. It's just so meaningful that you keep carrying that for us. Thank you for doing that. And what a joy it is to further collaborate in our Christian Science community. With many of you joining us today, as new inspirations chisel away at thought, revealing refined models, impersonal solutions, and boundless progress. Together, we are casting our spiritual nets wider to provide individualized care to all those choosing Christian Science for healing and progress. Thank you for participating today in person and online. We wish you were all here with us. We'd have to set chairs up outside. We are immensely grateful for the continued support by so many. From each dedicated member of our board of directors, the alert and loving responsiveness of the many practitioners and Christian Science nurses, every 12Acres resident and their families, as well as our experienced staff who are committed at being present, prayerful, patient, and prepared. All represent the foundation and fully developed idea that we call 12Acres. There is a growing sense of freedom and inclusivity in the work that we're doing together. In reflecting on the awe and gratitude that I deeply feel, I was reminded of what Mary Baker Eddy says. A louder song sweeter than has ever before reached high heaven, now rises clearer and nearer to the great heart of Christ. Each time we meet in a joyful reunion is an opportunity to share highlights of what has unfolded. New staff have joined 12Acres, including Christian Science nurses and administrative leadership in operations and communications. Together, each individual is demonstrating collaboration and flexibility, dedication in our homes with the residents and for our mission. I hope you will take time to meet these individuals during our reception. And if you can, I know many of you are with some of the residents, but if you can and you are a 12Acres employee staff member, would you please stand so everyone can see who you are? So we've got, yeah, that's right, Alyssa. That's so right. Journalists and Christian Science nurses have continued to provide on-site support, providing regular and valuable oversight. Residents are actively working with practitioners, praying for themselves and others, gaining a deeper understanding of purpose. Speaking of purpose and a broader sense of community, in getting acquainted over the past few years with a woman named Yvonne Street, she's the founder and director emeritus of the Brookwood Community, a Christian-based 501c3 that's in Brookshire, Texas. It's just outside of San Antonio. And they serve individuals with special needs. I was struck by something she said when referencing a powerful transition that took place in their organization. We understand we had to transition from I am your caretaker to one of let's become partners on an interdependent path to purpose, God's purpose. It reinforced the reimagination already happening in our Christian Science community, the reimagination that's been happening at 12Acres, and that there is little to no real demarcation in culture or community when it comes to demonstrating love and dignity, purpose, and progress. 12Acres has become more involved in what is called lovingly C3 in the Christian Science community, which is the Christian Care Cooperative. And we are participating and at the table talking together about this reimagining of Christian Science care for the Christian Science community and how we can serve worldwide. As Nancy shared, 12Acres hosted about 145 Christian Science nurses, educators, board members, and executive leadership during the 2024 conference. For the Association of Christian Science Nurses, there was a joyful fellowship present in the worldwide gathering. We listened, we learned, we pushed thought beyond comfort zones, we hugged, we sang a bit, and perhaps each of us left with a greater understanding and appreciation for each other and what is possible. We have actively continued serving alongside of 15 plus other Christian Science nursing facilities in the West Coast. It's called the West Coast Christian Science Care Cooperative. Our purpose is to discover and implement ways we can best serve and care for the Christian Science field of today and tomorrow, with a defined goal that says to reimagine and refresh how we offer Christian Science care for an ever-changing world. Through challenging what is and resistlessly receiving what could be, we are committed to discover and implement ways together to best serve and care for the Christian Science field of today and tomorrow. The 12-Acre Special Needs Education Program that we've spoken about lightly continues to unfold 4 teaching modules. They're designed to complement the existing Christian Science nursing training levels. And the program is also refining accessible professional development for Christian Science nurses anywhere who are inspired to expand their practice. Today, our education program includes a field training experience where we're working in tandem with Cherishability and Wellspring Gardens to ensure Christian Science nursing students have access to choices to observe and serve at each of our locations and organizations. 12 Acres continues to cherish our vision to help ensure families and individuals with special needs choosing Christian Science for healing and progress can access a home-like atmosphere of Christian Science prayer, care, and services. Some Christian Science nursing facilities sharing the same vision have expressed a desire to determine how this might be possible. And they're looking at how their locations in other parts of the country can help satisfy this need. And we're starting to talk about that and work on ideas together. We're exploring this together to provide the healing home atmosphere for individuals and families in other parts of the U.S. We will share more as this continues to progress. Now, what's coming up next is a video. And it's a homegrown video, so I asked for your grace. And it is an opportunity to do a walkthrough of some of our 12 Acres homes. And so I keep saying, hang on to your seats because there's a little bit of movement in it. But it gives you the idea of what it is to be in a Christian Science 12 Acres home and what the residents' homes look like. So you'll see a couple of the homes, and then towards the end, you're going to see a beautiful transformation. We've had a volunteer, and I hope she doesn't mind if I name her, but she's an individual, Sandy Creighton, who has contributed her time to help establish and transform the whole backyard of one of our homes where it was just dirt and clay and rock. And alongside her, with one of our staff members, Charlie Johnson, who's in the back, they have worked tirelessly to implement that, and that's going to also be shared. So I think we need to dim the lights slightly, and then they're going to bring up the video.
This house is more independent. There's some up downs, so everybody has to be mobile, no mobility aids, but then at the same time we have exercise machines. We have one resident that wants his desk the way he wants it. So this morning when I came in, I straightened his desk. And he came back and redid it the way he wants it. And that's part of our person-centered design. The artwork looks a little different. It's more individualized. This is our dining room where everybody can sit together, and kitchen. And in this house, we have a lot of help. We have one resident who can, with very little assistance, make an entire meal. We have 4 bedrooms. One room is a shared room. The ladies share a room because they have their own bath, which is lovely. And the ladies is an interesting story because their families have known each other forever. One has been here a long time, one is new, but they were so excited for them to be together because of the familial connection. And then we have a lovely back deck. There's a covered patio where we can eat, and then there's an outdoor patio where we can eat. And then there's this whole huge yard. Because of the big yard, they can come out, they can, listen to music, they can walk around.
So this is our lovely home. It is filled with joy and lots of wonderful, joyous sounds. And so this is our living room. You can see we do have a Hoyer lift, as we use that when we need to take care of our residents. One lovely thing about Lily House is how wide, open, and light everything is. You can see each resident has their own beautiful room with a lot of light. Here is some of that lovely artwork we were talking about. But each room is large and bright and just lovely, which is something special about Lily that I love. We have a lovely big kitchen where the residents can actually be a part of cooking and fixing meals. They all come together in this beautiful dining room filled with more of their artwork. Now, we do a lot of assistance, but give them as much independence as possible. We love to come out here, again, more ramps to make it as functional as possible so everyone can come outside and enjoy this gorgeous backyard. We have a beautiful peach tree. I think you can see all the peaches that are happening. We have plum trees, and they help take care of it. So it's such a beautiful place for them to come out and spend time outside. We do picnics outside and various activities. We do a lot of reading.
Thank you. Was that a nice little walk through time in the houses? Did that help a little bit? We'd love for you to come and visit. We'd love for you to come and tour and just meet the residents and spend some time. If you want to come and help garden, if you have talents that you want to share with our residents, we welcome them. Music, reading to the residents, just being together. It's just so meaningful. And we are so deeply grateful. I get brought to tears because this individual that was inspired to do this project on the beautification, she was so dedicated. I mean, she's got some muscle. She was like expressing soul, swinging that axe every day, that pick, breaking up rocks. And it's really turned into a nice place for respite. And there's also additional places for gardening. We have some gardeners here, don't we, Warren? We have a gardener here. Yep. And so it's just a really lovely place. So thank you. In addition to that, we are cherishing the idea of a professional video, and we are cherishing the idea of improving areas around our homes. So we have a kitchen at Lily House that needs to be redone. We have decks that need to get redeveloped, and we have flooring and bathrooms and just bringing things up to date. So all of that is so important, and so it's a planned transition that we're really cherishing and knowing that those ideas are already supplied. So thank you for being here today. I'd like to bring up Amy. Amy Hellier is our program director, and she clearly cares deeply for this Christian Science community of special loved ones. She sees a need and prayerfully works to realize a solution. Amy is responsible for the 12Acres resident program, home leadership, compliancy, and progress in resident caregiving and staffing operations. Please welcome Amy Hellier.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just like the residents at 12Acres who start their day with inspiration, I'd like to share an idea that we've been working with at Lily House from the lesson this week. The divine mind, it's from Science and Health, page 151. The divine mind that made man maintains his own image and likeness. All that really exists is the divine mind and its idea. And in this mind, the entire being is found harmonious and eternal. It's my privilege to recognize the staff who lovingly serve in each of our homes, supporting the residents with prayer, activity, and care in their day-to-day lives. We're so grateful for the dedication, joy, and spontaneous inspiration and presence our amazing staff provides the 12Acres residents. We're often asked what living and even serving at 12Acres is like. And because everyone may not yet have toured our homes, we thought sharing that little preview that you just saw might provide some insight. As you saw, they are homes. They are the residents' homes, filled with spirit of family, progress, often buzzing with activity, and calmly stilled with the peaceful love in the study and sharing of Christian Science. You might find the home atmosphere has many similarities to your own expression of home. Each resident choosing 12Acres as their home has also chosen to rely on Christian Science. Every day is truly God's unfoldment of good. Living at 12Acres is demonstrating independence. The individuals living here wake up joyful and have staff ready to help in whatever way is needed. They say good morning to each other. They prepare for the day, they have breakfast, and they share the Bible lesson together. During the week, they head off to day programs where they also have friends that they enjoy seeing. It's a supportive, loving atmosphere where spirit is expressed through arts and crafts projects, educational activities, cooking, puzzles, and fun community outings. When they return home in the afternoon, there are staff ready to greet them and have already prepared for their arrival. Some help cook dinner. Some take a break and rest with a favorite book. Some enjoy some computer time. And some listen to readings or connect with their practitioner. Like a family, dinner is together. And later, some may gather for a movie, a Christian Science lecture, church, music, or other programs. As the residents get ready for bed, there is an assistance and collaboration with personal care, encouragement and support to express their preferences and to do for themselves. This can require sometimes prayerful patience, not to rush everyone. Extending love, alertness, respect, and dignity is very important. Weekends are a time to relax and pitch in with household activities, assisting with their laundry, folding clothes, taking out recycling, kitchen cleanup, etc. And of course, relaxing and doing what they'd love to do, maybe going on a walk to the park, some art projects, gardening, cookouts, going to church, and sometimes seeing family. Like everyone joining us today, we are individual ideas of God, living in a healing atmosphere, reflecting a community of love and life in each daily experience. We are grateful for the Christian Science nursing community, for those already serving 12 Acres, and others inspired to take the special needs training courses. We welcome volunteers inspired to read, share their knowledge, and their life experiences. We recently had a volunteer take some of our residents on a journey across the world to an exotic country where everyone learned about the culture and experienced the beauty of the area, all through storytelling and pictures. Whether it's music, reading, virtual cooking ideas, or other passions, we invite you to let us know if you'd like to share. We are so very grateful for your prayerful support and appreciate the love and responsiveness expressed by each Christian Science practitioner, family, and our Christian Science community. Thank you. Ken Fowler is going to share some highlights about the 12 Acres mission.
Thank you, Amy. These insights and progress you've just heard about reveal the value of our mission, and they demonstrate the effect that each prayer and each individual interaction can have with the 12 Acres residents. My first experience touring the 12-acre homes probably 5 or 6 years ago reflected a joyful and loving environment. I've seen that joy and love growing year by year ever since. Recently, I was visiting one of the homes when a resident returned from a day program. I was touched by the joy I could see him express as he came in the front door. Joy to be home. Joy to see his friends. Joy to see the visitors in his home. A short time later, he talked about the contribution he makes to life in his home that revolves around meal preparation. He really seems to enjoy cooking for his local family. Your help makes this possible. On behalf of our staff and board of directors, we're deeply grateful for the metaphysical and financial support this community that you represent provides to 12 Acres, and for the time and thoughtful effort some of you provide as volunteers. We know that many of you have supported our mission for a long time, and we hope that some of you who have only recently become more aware of our mission will become long-term supporters. My family's been active with 12 Acres for probably more than 10 years, as my wife, Jane, served on the 12 Acres board. And then after she completed her term, I was invited. But that's nothing compared with some of the decades of support that some of you have provided. And we really, really appreciate that. By the way, as far back as I've been able to see, our branch church has been making monthly contributions to 12 Acres. We're so grateful for long-term commitments like that. Studies show that special needs, developmentally challenged, differently abled, and similar names represent a label, or claim, or libel, applied to more than 17% of the U.S. population. There are many families and individuals with special needs who embrace Christian Science and desire the services and prayerful, medicine-free home environment 12 Acres offers. We've recognized that the potential need for the services we provide is actually quite large, much larger than what 3 homes in Santa Clara County can possibly provide. With that in mind, we're undergoing a transition. We're no longer only a Christian Science assisted living residential community. Now we are also training other Christian Science nurses specifically to work with individuals with special needs. By educating Christian Science nurses from other geographic areas, more are being prepared to better serve individuals with special needs in many different communities. That help is going to be available around the whole country, around the world. This special needs education program is unfolding through our collaboration with Christian Science nursing facilities, with related Christian Science organizations, and with the Mother Church. If you're not yet a contributor to or volunteer in this work, I encourage you and your branch churches to become active and regular givers, as together we are the future of Christian Science special needs care. Our annual budget requires about $1 million contribution each year to sustain our operations, to properly pay our caregivers, and to develop and deploy our special needs education program across the United States and ultimately wherever it's needed. We also recognize a need to make significant capital investments in our homes. Our work list includes major roof repairs and replacement, more accessible hallways and living spaces, generators for each home to ensure uninterrupted home functionality, more current and functional kitchens, painting, updated flooring, new outdoor decking, and continued outdoor beautification. These are just some of the important things we're addressing to ensure safe, reliable, comfortable home environments. 12 Acres is a drug-free, medical-free environment, and we understand a home setting like this offers healing fellowship, respected community, progress and dignity in an individual's expression of independence. Our vision is to ensure that anyone with special needs who desires to rely on Christian Science for healing has access to 12 Acres with its atmosphere of Christian Science prayer and care, or possibly to other similar residential facilities, and to the care of appropriately trained Christian Science nurses anywhere. If you or someone you know could benefit from 12 Acres services, please talk to someone here or contact us through our website. But remember, it's your generous giving that makes all this possible. Any contributions truly make a difference, but please consider giving monthly online through our 12acres.org website, including 12 Acres in your estate planning, taking advantage of tax deductions by end-of-year stock donations, making a charitable contribution directly from your IRA, and volunteering your time to read, garden, share music, or engage in any other way you might imagine. Thinking of hymn 182, make channels for the streams of love where they may broadly run, and love has overflowing streams to fill them everyone. We're already very grateful for the time you're dedicated just to be here today. Our gratitude for your future engagement with 12 Acres is unbounded.
We've got a special guest that couldn't be here today that is Zooming in. And so that's why I was buying a minute while you stretched to make sure they were still waiting. So they're going to bring up our friend and our musician and our fellow Christian Zionists, Davia and Matthew.
Hello, friends. How are you? I hope you, can you guys hear me? Can you put your thumbs up in the congregation if you can hear me? Oh, awesome. I am so sorry I can't be there this year like I was last. Davia and I are singing for a Bible conference with Dr. Barry Huff here at Cedars. There she is. And we'd love to invite you to sing a hymn with us. We're going to sing hymn 585, This is the Day. And if we can't be with you in person, this is the next best thing. But just know that we love you so much and love being there with you. And we're looking forward to coming out and doing another songwriting workshop with the 12 Acres group.
Yes.
All right, here we go. All right, are you ready to sing, everyone? This is the day. We'll do a little intro. This is the day the Lord has made. Be glad, give thanks, rejoice. Stand in God's presence unafraid. In praise lift up your voice. All perfect gifts are from above, and all our blessings show the amplitude of God's dear love, which every heart may know. 2, 3. The Lord will hear before we call, and every need supply. Good things are freely given to all who on God's word rely. We come today to bring love praise, not for such gifts alone, but for the higher, deeper ways in which God's love is shown. For sin destroyed, for sorrow healed, for health and peace restored, for life and love by truth revealed. We thank and bless the Lord. This is the day the Lord has made. In praise lift up your voice. In shining robes of joy arrayed, be glad, give thanks, rejoice. I could feel you all singing all the way out here in Lebanon, Missouri. Well, there's another one we'd love to share with you. This is something we wrote on Zoom a little over a year ago with a wonderful group at Wellsprings Garden and the beloved ones at Cherishability. And it's called Prayer. Some of you may have heard this, and if you do, sing along with us. And it goes something like this. When I pray to divine love, I give more love. I'm present with my Father, Mother, God. When I listen to divine love, I feel more love. I'm guided by my Father, Mother, God. If I start to worry or fall, all I have to do is call, leaning on the all-in-all. I pray and my Father sends, like Daniel in the lion's den, never to fear again. 2, 3, and when I pray to divine love, I give more love. I'm present with my Father, Mother, God. When I listen to divine love, I feel more love. I'm guided by my Father, Mother, God. All right, let's go first. Moses. If I start to worry or fall, all I have to do is call, leaning on the all in all. Here's the Moses part. Like Moses on the mountain top, I listen and I hear God talk, and then I know the path to walk. You might know the lyrics now, so sing with us. Ready? And Davi's gonna act it out. 1, 2, 3, and when I pray to divine love, I give more love. I'm present with my Father, Mother, God. When I listen to divine love, I feel more love. I'm guided by my Father, Mother, God. If I start to worry or fall, all I have to do is call, leaning on the all in all. Jesus, live the glory. Jesus, live the glory of God's love. Heaven is not just above. He showed us where the loved of love. Everybody sing now, ready? When I pray to divine love, I give more love. I'm present with my Father, Mother, God. When I listen to divine love, I feel more love. I'm guided by my Father, Mother, God. I'm present with my Father and Mother, God. I'm present with my Father, Mother, God. Last one is I'm praying. I'm praying with my Father, Mother, God. Thank you. Thank you, friends.
Thank you so much for dedicating part of your afternoon to join us today. We're just so immensely grateful for your presence and our community partnership with AVT Production. That's who's made this technically possible today. That's a hybrid meeting. We've got Zoomers and in person. Their team is so joyful to work with, and they have continued to support 12 Acres over the many, many years tirelessly. They're always happy to help, and it just helps make everything easy. They've just done so much to help us. We appreciate our wonderful musician. And if you stick around a minute, she's going to do a postlude on the organ. Our photographer and the entire 12 Acres team who prepared many of today's logistics, the creative visuals and the reception. Emily Cardoza, I don't know if she's here, but she's been working tirelessly to help make the reception beautiful for you. Charlie Johnson, our facility supervisor, Amy Hellier, Will Pappas is here, Molly Nero, Kristen Palkiner, and everyone behind the scenes who have done their part to prepare and orchestrate our meeting today. Thank you so much for attending. We're going to close today together on hymn 342. And then when that ends, we've got food and beverages outside and fellowship, and we hope you'll stay and join us. Thank you.